All right.
Disengage limiter. Please, Craig. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
Even trying to get out of the pit lane here is difficult. Welcome back, everyone. We're in for something a little bit different this week. Decided to do a bit of a series. Come along for a ride as we learn a new track. And you know, this shouldn't take long. It's a fairly simple track at the end of the day. Obviously sarcastic. We're gonna tackle the Nordschleife. And this is a track that I should know, but I don't. I have absolutely no idea. So, no sandbagging. This is it's probably, I would say, in my 20 years of sim racing, I've probably done a total of 5 laps around this track, and usually it's out of frustration or lack of time to commit to actually learn it. And I feel like I'm missing out, right? Like, there's some great race series that take part on iRacing at this track, and I figured what better way to learn it than force myself into it and record the process. It may be a Jesus, we're going to go off already. There's maybe a 3-week series. It could be a 3-month series at this stage. Depends on how bad I am. So if you're easily frustrated, maybe don't watch this. But I've just done a fixed practice session, so I'll chuck that up on the screen of what the conditions are, and as a beginner car that's fast enough to be fun, but not so fast to murder me or to get me in big trouble. We're in the mighty GT4 Mustang. Now, it is a little bit of a tricky car to drive, especially on cold tyres. So I'm just going to ease into this one. You'll be able to tell from my lack of pace or knowing where I am on the circuit that I am not sandbagging. I have done very little to no driving around this track. So hopefully we can see a little bit of progress. I'm open to any comments or criticism, I guess, or, you know, assistance in mastering this place, because it is a mammoth task, and definitely daunting, to say the least. Yeah, I don't have a track map on my screen. I've never really been a fan of a track map. Oh, I know this corner. Not that it helps. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the track map. I feel like it's a distraction. Maybe anything's better than nothing. Can't see the road at all. Oi! The Mustang's very tail happy on turn in. Now, no, I'm not trying to break any records here. Ultimately, I'd like to maintain some clean laps, so I don't want to push to the point where I crash and have to reset. I want to try and do a couple of consecutive laps back to back, maybe an out lap and 2 laps, or can't see a thing. Maybe I just do an out lap and 1 lap, or an out lap and 2 until I start progressing, and then we might do a couple of flyers, or I say flyers very loosely, but a couple of hot laps and start seeing some progression. I feel like I could have kept my foot in it then. And I don't want to keep my foot in it and end up in the fence. Like, I felt like I was going to be there too. Wait. Now I'm a bit lost. I thought I knew where I was before. I can appreciate the amount of effort that iRacing's put into creating this track. It's the detail and the quality of it is absolutely phenomenal. Same goes for the Moddy Mustang GT4. This thing's such a great car. So it's a little bit more lively and maybe aggressive than some of the other GT4s, but it's definitely a really fun car to drive. All right. We made it round 1 lap without crashing. That's actually that's actually a surprise. Actually, might have to turn the force feedback down a little bit for this car and this track, which is not something you say in iRacing. Well, I tend to say in iRacing, but this corner is blind, I remember that. There we go. So how does someone that's been sim racing for 20 years not ever find himself racing in Nordschleife? I don't know. I think really it's about the commitment to the time you need to get an understanding of such a complicated beast. Oh. That light rear end coming over that hill, I thought she was going to kill us, if I'm honest. It'd be interesting to see what my heart rate is just driving around by myself here. that's an absolute credit to the guys that race here in real life. I can only imagine that the time in the simulator to learn this track would be completely invaluable for those professionals. I legitimately had no idea where that corner went then. So I contemplated using the iRacing reset system. Jeez, that's a tough corner. The iRacing's like sector reset system, and learning like sectors at a time. But I'm stubborn, right? So I got to do it the old-fashioned way. So this will be my baseline lap because I have no idea how fast a GT4 can or should go around this track. I just looked at my watch, 125 beats a minute. So, not even racing in anyone, and my heart rate's pretty high. It's interesting to know thoughts on car combinations for this track, like anyone who's done time here and in different cars, and what their thoughts are on what the best combo is. So I don't know whether the GT4 is the best, excuse my words, the best beginner's choice or not, but to be honest, that's a car that I thoroughly enjoy, this Mustang. And I haven't raced it enough since I bought it, so it's an excuse for me to have a steer in a car that I really enjoy. Freaking hell, that corner's terrifying. I can see the time there. Wowzers. Just knowing what's over that crest is like worth seconds on its own. I know this corner from YouTube videos. I don't want to feel like I'm brave at all. Because as soon as I feel like I'm like partially familiar with a corner or a section of the track, I hit the fence. And to keep it somewhat honest, I'm not going to do any additional practice outside of what I'm recording, so keeps me honest on actual, Jesus, that was close to dying. Keeps me honest on actual progression, and just something to document what's going on, I guess. How good's the Mustang sound? This bit's easier to remember. Alright, see what time we got.
You've just done a 7:52.1. Okay, Craig, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
Alright, 7:52.079, first lap.